This is the future.
Two things excite me with the Gara Prime update. One, island, of course. The Prime variant of the Gara. I wasn't expecting that much in terms of design, but I was impressed with how Gara Prime turns out. The second is Astilla Prime. I know what you are thinking. There's nothing to be excited about a Prime weapon since it's just an upgrade to stat with fancy looks. Yes, it's true, but sometimes, a slight upgrade to its stats could make a difference. The Astilla Prime has a better critical chance, status chance, higher area attack damage, larger magazine, larger ammo capacity, and higher base damage compared to the regular version. Although the ammo capacity still sucks in my opinion, overall, Astilla Prime is a good upgrade on its regular version. The only thing I don't like though is that the developer did not decide to throw anything new into the gun. They could have added a new feature of the Prime variant, say a vitrify effect that could slow down enemies once they are hit multiple times by the shrapnel coming out from this weapon. This is one of the main problems why Warframe's weapon system is stale at the moment. Yes, the game has a variety of mods to choose from, but still, we use about 10 to 15 mods all the time. The mods are great, but the weapons are becoming generic and most of the releases are hybrid critical and status without anything new. Well, that's just my 2 cents and let's move on to the video. To farm Astilla Prime, you will need to have a Lith A4 that houses its barrel, Axxi N7 will have its receiver, Meso T5 for its stock, and Neo T4 for its blueprint. If you want help with farming these relics, then go check out the link at the pinned comment for the easy solo relic farming guide. And just to remind you all, we are currently hosting a giveaway on this channel and we will be giving a Gara Prime access to the winner. Take note that it's the top tier mass vitrify pack which includes all the things in the Gara Prime update. To join, simply click the Gleam link at the pinned comment below. This is open for all platforms and I wish you all good luck. Now, I've heard a lot of negativity about Astilla Prime. I've heard that some call it a mastery rank fodder, but honestly, I think those guys are just so attuned with the meta right now that they forget to have fun with the other weapons in the game. The gun can shred high level enemies with the right build. I know it's not your Kuva Brahma, or the usual spam melee button until everything is dead, but saying that Astilla Prime is trash because you don't find it equally powerful with the meta weapons right now is kind of weird. The gun can kill enemies and you can have fun with it with several combos. You see, this glass shotgun has a mechanic wherein every time it hits a surface, it shatters glass that can deal slash damage. In normal circumstances, this weapon relies on slash damage instead of the direct hit. Enemies will bleed out while you are using the Astilla Prime, but players may still dislike it because of its slow ammo pool. Hitting enemies one by one is literally pointless for some in this game wherein nuking is the meta. Kill speed matters for most. So let's focus on making the Astilla Prime a DPS monster. Back in November 2017, I have published a video about the regular Astilla and Mag wrecking havoc. The combo is pretty straightforward. You cast Mag's bubble in a group of enemies, and you murder them with your Astilla. The same concept can be done with Astilla Prime, only this time, the combo becomes better because of the increase in stat of the weapon, plus you can add other damage sources like the Helminth system. A Breach Surge Mag can be very nasty when using Astilla Prime. The glass splinters go through Mag's bubble and it splashes into the enemies inside the bubble, dealing slash damage on them, and increasing the overall damage of Breach Surge. This is one of the perfect combos that you must try for Astilla Prime, and there's more. But before we proceed, let's go check out the builds. For Mag, it's my usual Fracturing Crush and Magnetize Discharge combo. I always use this build with my Mags since not only does it provides good damage, crowd control, and survivability with the help of Mag's shield and shield gating mechanic, but Fracturing Crush and Polarize does help out in stripping enemy armors, making the overall damage of Magnetize ability insane. And mind you, the explosion damage gets massive after you murder enemies that are inside the bubble. For the Astilla Prime build, it's all about damage with a bit of critical. I choose to have laser sight to increase the critical chance even more, since it will also increase the bleed damage for this weapon. There are more ways to have some dumb fun with this weapon. Do remember that we have the Helminth system right now, and there are abilities like Ensnare and Lava that can group enemies. When you group enemies, You will also deal more damage with Astilla Prime since the splinters will constantly hit all enemies in a spot. Take for example Nidus Lava with a teaming virulence build. This build will increase the overall damage of Astilla Prime since it will get a massive 316% critical chance boost from teaming virulence. The damage gets better since enemies are in one spot and they are constantly hit by the splinters. Although it would be much better if the Astilla Prime has punch through, but I think it's not needed anymore since it can kill high level enemies easily using this method. The same goes with a Vortex Vorban. You can easily group and shred enemies with Astilla Prime with his Vortex ability, but Nidus and Mag would still be no better since these Warframes not only just group enemies, but they also increase the damage of the Astilla Prime. If a weapon doesn't nuke a room, this doesn't mean that it's a mastery rank fodder. You just need to find ways to make it effective and fun. The way to have fun while playing Warframe is not relying only on the meta, but finding combos that are creative and fun to use also. I hope that you can enjoy your Astilla Prime using these combos, and I hope that in the future, we would see something different from Warframe's weapons.
Evolution. This is the future.